the blonde news reporter, he was standing in the street with his shirt off, and his chest hairs, there was 3 hairs on his chest, and they were all in the form of 6s.
666 everywhere. Everywhere.
Can you believe this? No. It's on the news. That means it's real. I know.
You know, it's a shame about local news, because it should be the best source for you to find out what's going on locally, but unfortunately, the local news is what I refer to as the obituaries. I mean, I just don't watch local news anymore. I know what's gonna be on local news. I know what's gonna be on local news tonight. I know what's gonna be on local news a week from now, a month from now. I already know what's gonna be on local news. Rape, murder, and theft. There you go. It never fails. Even flipping through channels, landing on local news for 5 seconds, murder, rape, theft. You know it. That's what it's going to be. As if nothing, oh, well, okay, yeah. They do have the one, you know, a cute little puppy story thrown in for effect, but you know what it's going to be. That's why I call it the obituaries. And imagine working on the local news, going to work every single day knowing what you're going to face, knowing that you're going to be thinking about, reading about, reporting about murder, theft, and rape. And not like a police officer or detective who goes into work looking at that stuff in order to try to solve it, but just to report on it. For what purpose? Well, I think that everything eventually breaks down to spiritual warfare, and there's a worldview behind the local news. And I think it breaks down to the fact that I can spend my entire day doing whatever I happen to be doing, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And no matter what I've done, I know that at the end of the day, I can watch the local news and I can think to myself, whoa, wow, yeah, woof. At least I didn't do that, and I didn't do that, and I didn't do that or that or that. Therefore, I'm good. That's right. No matter what I've done, I can always count on somebody having done something worse. And there it is, displayed for me to see. You see, news stations claim that the reason that their news broadcasts are basically slasher films is that is what people want. They do surveys and polls and studies, and that is what people want to see in their news. Well, and this is the reason I believe why people want to see that stuff. It's to make themselves feel better about themselves. It's because it's always easier to compare ourselves to somebody who's worse, right? Like, you don't want to be reminded every single night of people doing much more wonderful things than you. That'd make you feel bad, and we don't want that. No. When you want to make yourself feel good, you always want to compare yourself against somebody who's worse than you, right? So that's the spiritual warfare behind the local news. No matter what you've done, you could always go to bed happy knowing, oh, at least I didn't do that. And then what do you do the next day, of course? Well, you gather around the water cooler and you discuss the latest rape, murder, and theft with your coworkers, which is just, it's unbelievable that people do that. But that's what they enjoy, because, you know, that gives them a little bit of drama for the day, something to focus on, something to keep them going, to know that they're at least not that bad. And this, I think, correlates with this really strange common parlance trend going on within our culture of answering questions with the term, I'm good, or being asked, you good? in a way, by the way, which is completely uncontextual and grammatically awkward at best, if not fallacious altogether. Like a waitress will come to your table and say, "You good?" "Oh, I'm good." What? I'm sorry, you're making an ethical statement in asking, "Do you need anything else with your meal?" And in answering, "No, I don't. I have everything I need. Thank you very much." I'm good. You good? Those are ethical statements. And we're using them in a completely uncontextual manner. It's not grammatically contextual at all. It's not philosophically contextual. It's just so bizarre to me. But I suspect that it all goes back to spiritual warfare, to a worldview, whereby we can spend the entire day proclaiming ourselves to be good. We have this constant drone now in our culture. You hear all the time, "I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good," all day long. And even though it's not about ethics, it's still something that we get to hear all day long, all day long. "I'm good, you good, I'm good, you good," all day long. It's a sort of band-aid, a psychological band-aid, an emotional band-aid, so that we are making these self-affirmations, these positive affirmations all day long about being good, when what we're talking about has nothing to do with it. But that's okay, because you get to make that proclamation, and eventually you'll get to believe it. And by the way, if you're a Christian, and I've done this with many Christians who use those terms, "I'm good, you good?" I'll say, "No, I'm not good. Yeah, I have enough of my water, or I have enough of my meal, or I'm fine, thank you, but no, Jesus said there's only one who is good, and that is God. So why are you as a Christian spending your day proclaiming, 'I'm good, I'm good, I'm good'? Really, are you?" Well, we are not good people. We are people who know how to do good things. And there's a difference there. We know how to do good things, and we do them. That doesn't mean that you are a good person, or that you as a Christian should spend your entire day proclaiming yourself to be good. "Oh, but I'm not proclaiming myself to be good ethically. I'm using it," and, well, yeah, that's the point. You're using it in a completely erroneous way that has been motivated by pop culture. And is that really your standard? Point is, it's all about the same thing. Making ourselves feel good, despite all evidence to the contrary. Proclaiming ourselves to be good, and comparing ourselves to the worst. Those are just bad options all around. Those are just tailor-made to make you feel good about yourself.